Welcome to Kickstart Your LinkedIn Strategy 2026. I'm very excited to welcome you to this workshop. We're going to be talking about growing and elevating your LinkedIn presence intentionally, but we also include some virtual networking in breakout rooms. So let me introduce myself. My name is Naina Kaputi. I'm the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman, and I'm also a LinkedIn consultant and trainer, and I was recognized as one of the top 15 LinkedIn experts in San Francisco in 2023. If you want to connect with me, take a photograph of this QR code here so we can connect on LinkedIn. So I moved to the US from India in 2002. I barely had any professional network. And then I joined LinkedIn in 2007, and I was so excited to see that I could now connect with people. There were no gatekeepers. I could just, connect with people, heads of companies, with industry peers, etc. So I have very intentionally grown my network on LinkedIn. I've got tons of opportunities. I have built my visibility, built my thought leadership, and also been able to host in-person events before the pandemic with companies like Google, Microsoft, Yelp, Lyft, GoPro, etc., largely because I was able to use LinkedIn effectively. And that is why today I am going to kick off 2026 with this LinkedIn strategy workshop, because I understand as expats, we do not have large networks because we're moving constantly, or we're moving to a country where we don't really know people. And LinkedIn is really the only professional platform where people are real. You can't have fake profiles on LinkedIn. You can't really use an AI or a bot, because LinkedIn will come down on you. They want to see real photographs. If profiles don't have any content, if they, or the profiles don't have any features on them, LinkedIn is likely to remove those profiles. So I know I can trust people on LinkedIn. You can also verify your profile. So yes, LinkedIn has worked really well for me, and I'm hoping today I can share some tips with you, and help you do the same. So introduce yourself in the chat if you are just joining me. See what I have done in the chat and do the same. And this is really helpful too when you attend any virtual networking event. So even if you're connecting with someone on LinkedIn, maybe doing something like this might be helpful. So I'm Naina Kaputi, originally from India. Now I live in the US in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm the founder and CEO of the Expat Woman and a LinkedIn coach, and I'm passionate about helping women make bold moves abroad. So today's agenda, we're going to do welcome introductions, which you already started doing in the chat, why LinkedIn, and then we'll also talk about your 2026 goals. Our first virtual networking breakout rooms will be from 9:20 to 9:30. 3 people in a room, 3 minutes per person. Then we do the LinkedIn framework and leverage LinkedIn to accomplish your goals. Then our second breakout room, and then the final part of the workshop will be LinkedIn vision board and how you can work with me, because I also offer one-on-one LinkedIn coaching, LinkedIn profile audits, and VIP days. So what we'll cover in the workshop: why LinkedIn, goals for 2026, the LinkedIn framework, leverage LinkedIn to accomplish your goals, the LinkedIn vision board, and how to work with me to implement your 2026 LinkedIn strategy. So let me know in the comments, why is LinkedIn the right platform for helping you achieve your professional goals in 2026? And while you're doing that, I'll share why I think LinkedIn's the right platform, or why you should use LinkedIn. It's the world's largest social network for professionals with 1 billion plus members. And as I said earlier, these are authentic people, not like on IG and Facebook, where very often there's a fake profile. You don't know who is commenting, who you're connecting with. They can have multiple profiles. On LinkedIn, you can only have one profile. If LinkedIn finds you have more than one profile, they're most likely to remove that second profile, maybe even banning you from the platform. The platform is home to over 59 million companies. So if you're looking for a job, if you're looking, you have a B2B business and you're looking to connect with corporations, with people working at those companies, you have 59 million is huge. So it's a great way to find companies to connect with. And as I said before, there's no gatekeepers, right, for LinkedIn. So it's easy for you to connect with the right people at the company and take it to the next level from there. Yeah, I said no gatekeepers. You can connect with whoever you want, and then your profile is your digital billboard. And even when you're offline, people might be checking out your profile, reading who you help, what you do, etc. So let me know in the chat, what is one professional goal you want to accomplish this year? It could be small, it could be big. Maybe you haven't thought about it yet, but this might be a helpful exercise for you to kind of think of, what do I want to do this year? And then share it in the comments. Okay. Become more known as an author, pivot into the remote work with the corporate world, expand the business, launch my podcast training library for my business services. I want to help more job seekers. I like to have more interactions and collaboration. Awesome. I love all these. Okay, I've just read a few, but I'm going to leave the chat open later for people to check it out. So before we go into the first breakout room, and the reason why I'm bringing up goals first is because we're going to be talking about how LinkedIn's going to help you accomplish those goals. But I'd like to, for those of you who want to be in the photograph, turn on your cameras. I will share this on LinkedIn. It will be uploaded to YouTube. So if anyone's interested in being the photograph, I will stop the share for a minute. Okay, so the first breakout room is there are going to be three people per room, and each person gets 3 minutes. So if there's three people, that means 9 minutes. So make sure you give everyone a chance. Someone can set the timer. You want to introduce yourself first, and then share what is one professional goal you want to accomplish this year. Okay, now and what support do you need? So we have 39 people. Can someone 39 by 3? I just have to do the math. Okay.
13.
13? Okay, awesome. Okay. So yeah. So I'm going to create the breakout rooms. When the 10 minutes is up, you will come back to the main room, and then we'll continue with the LinkedIn strategy session. But this is the foundation for the LinkedIn workshop. Okay. So let me create the rooms. And if you want to take a screenshot of this, go ahead and do that. Okay. Creating the rooms. Okay. Opening all the rooms. So you have 10 minutes. I'll let you know. The room will close at when 10 minutes is up. Don't come back to the main room till the 10 minutes are up. And please keep your cameras on for the breakout rooms. So as you come back into the room, hey Neetu, if you can, while we're waiting for everyone to come back, if you want to go ahead and participate in the poll, you can go ahead and do that. You can also share your goal if you haven't had a chance yet. So yeah, go ahead and participate in the poll. And while we're waiting for everyone, is everyone back? Let me see. Yeah,
That
people
was
are
so
slowly.
great.
That was so great. Awesome. Yeah, 10 minutes of connections, right?
It goes
Yeah,
so
it goes
fast. Those 10
It goes
minutes.
so fast. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I always see people coming back like so like alive and stuff. Yeah. So yeah. So go ahead if you haven't had a chance in the chat yet to share what your goal is, what support you need. Don't share any links, please, because yeah, I always ask people don't share links except your LinkedIn profile link. Okay, so now we are going to go to the next part, which is about the LinkedIn strategies. So when you use LinkedIn, do you feel like you're throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping something will stick? That's for me right now. If I use Instagram, I haven't figured out how Instagram works. Anyway, Instagram removed the expat woman. They just deleted our account, so I don't use it anymore. But it's like that. I don't know what works, how the algorithm works, what to post. And maybe for some of you, that's how you feel with LinkedIn. So yeah, we're going to leverage LinkedIn to support your professional goals in 2026. So it's not about using LinkedIn more. Oh, I need to be on LinkedIn for 2, 3 hours. It's about how can you effectively use LinkedIn with intention. It's really about being focused because LinkedIn can be overwhelming. It can take up your whole day, but you want to be very strategic and use it with purpose. So, which feels closer to your current LinkedIn experience? Scrolling and then you see a post and you just put a, thumbs up or heart or whatever, posting and connecting without clarity. So you're just posting, you're just connecting, you're accepting connection requests, or are you using LinkedIn intentionally towards a goal? Let me know in the chat. Which one are you? Yeah, let me make sure I have the chat here. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, in between two and three, there's so many. I'm reading some. Angela Johnson says one. Anna Maria Luton says three. Carolyn Watson says three. Louis says in between two and three. Clivia says three. Monique says three. Ray says two. Chanel two. Megan two, three. Manisha says posting and connecting. Yeah, so there, thank you all. There's so many. I just read a few. Okay, so let's talk about the LinkedIn framework. So there's five pillars of LinkedIn. This is my interpretation. There's a profile, there's a content, there's a conversations, and then the company page. Okay, so you want to use these pillars to turn your intentions into results. So let's start with the profile. Your profile is not your resume. Now, when I joined LinkedIn in 2007, it didn't have too many features. So we would just copy and paste our resume onto LinkedIn. But today, LinkedIn has created so many sections in the profile. In fact, I believe it's the only social media platform which gives you so many opportunities to showcase your expertise, what you want to be known for. It's really a digital billboard because that's the first thing people see when they come to your profile. It should immediately answer who you help, how you help them, and why you are qualified to help them. So, very often we think the LinkedIn profile is all about us, like how many years experience we have, we won these awards, etc. But all of us on LinkedIn because either we want to get more clients, or if we work for a company, maybe we want more opportunities at the company. We want to attract people to the company. We want a new job. We want to get opportunities like speaking opportunities. It's maybe we have a book. So it's really about if someone comes to your profile, if someone in your ideal audience landed in your profile today, would they instantly know how you help them and how to work with you? So that's very important to have on your profile. Keep that in mind. Your content builds your know, like, and trust factor. It showcases your personal brand as well as who you help, how you help them, and why you're qualified to help them. So your content shouldn't, if you are a hiring manager or if you run your own business, it shouldn't just be selling, selling, selling all the time. Like, buy this, work for my company. You want to build your personal brand. You want people to really connect with you. If you are like me, you're from another country, you could from time to time showcase, that you are an expat, or if you love a particular kind of sport, you could even share that and try and tie it in because you want to build your know, like, and trust factor. And now with AI and bots, if you look at, I can tell when content's created by AI, and I want to give you a couple of tips. When you ask ChatGPT to create content for you, they will put a lot of those long dashes, not the short dashes, the long dashes in the content. They'll put like six emojis, not emojis, yeah, they put a lot of emojis and they'll put a lot of hashtags. So you need to clean up your content, change it to your voice, remove all the extra emojis, remove those long dashes, and remove all those various hashtags. Hashtags don't really work on LinkedIn like they used to. So having 6 7 hashtags are not going to help you. Okay, so you want to really show up as your authentic self, your messy self, etc. Connections. Your network should be intentional, not random. How many of you can let me know in the chat, have got like connection requests from people who are not in your target audience, who are maybe in a country that you don't really have any business with, who don't have anything on their profiles, or they send you a message and then they start selling you stuff? Anyone have that experience, like getting lots of connection requests from people like that? So I'm very careful about who. Yeah, then yeah, Carolyn says mostly, and then they sell me things. So I would encourage you not to focus on the number of connections you have, so you just accept every connection, but be very, like, audit your connection requests. Make sure that these are the people who I want in my network, who I want them to see my content, because LinkedIn only shows your content to 20% of your connections. So most of those are not your ideal audience. You're diluting the pool, okay? So think about, are these my ideal audience? Are these people are my peers? Are these people I want to read my content? I want to see their content. If you have a lot of people who are not your ideal target audience or your people you want to connect with, you'll see a lot of crap too in your news feed because you'll be seeing their content as well. Okay, and then think about opportunities. Yeah. Chanel says, I feel so bad ignoring it. Don't feel bad. And when you ignore a connection request, you will, they won't get a notification saying that Chanel didn't accept your connection request. It's helping them and it's helping you actually by, really being intentional about your connections. So these are the conversations, engagements through DMs and comments. This is very important too, right? When you send a DM, maybe today you met someone at the networking event and then you send them a direct message. Maybe they asked for some support and you said maybe they're looking for a job for a specific company, and then you see a post about that company. You can say, hey, so and so, I saw that this company is hiring, or maybe they're looking for speaking opportunities. You can share that, or maybe you want to have a virtual coffee chat with them. So you don't always have to post. You can engage through direct messages and also by commenting. And when you comment on someone's post, don't just say great post, I love your post. Try and leave something meaningful and thoughtful, because your comments also get seen by other people. So it's also another way to build your visibility, your thought leadership, share your expertise, and also nurture relationship. Like I said, I recognize Carolyn and I think Megan from from LinkedIn, because they comment on my post. Megan asked me yesterday, I think on the LinkedIn event page, like she was not able to get in. So when people comment, you remember them, and then you're likely to also comment on their posts. And then finally, if you have a company, even if you're a solopreneur, you have your you want to become a speaker and author, create a company page, because it provides additional visibility. Even if you work for a company but you do something on the side, create a separate company page. It's really important. Yeah. And then so this is what I wanted to add. Your profile communicates who you help and how. Your connections are aligned with your audience. Your content builds visibility and trust before outreach. So if you create content that your target audience values, when you show maybe behind the scenes, they are more likely, if you do have an offer, if you're hosting a workshop, if you want to be on their podcast, they're more likely to say yes, because they've already read your content and they know what you stand for. And then conversations in the DMs or through comments leads to relationships and engagement. So let me know in the chat. In 2026, I would like to use LinkedIn primarily for which one would you like to use it? And if it's not listed here, you can share it, share whatever it is. So let me know. So Anna says business growth. Sheila says business growth. Megan says building community. They're coming so quick. Neetu says business growth. Diana says network building. So a lot of business growth, some network, some career growth, some business. Yeah, a lot of business growth. Continue to build community visibility, posting about author and writing events. Love it. Okay. So thank you. And this is great. Even if I can't read all of yours, just putting it out there creates accountability for yourself. Ray says she's looking for a new job. And Jital says, I would like to use LinkedIn primarily for self branding and networking. Fantastic. So these are the LinkedIn. So how can the LinkedIn pillar? So I'm going to give you some examples of how you can use a LinkedIn pillar, and pay attention because this is going to be the next breakout room, kind of like this. So if you're looking for a job aligned with your experience, so your profile should highlight your skills, your experience. It should have clear positioning, like why should the company hire you? Again, when you write your profile, keep the target audience in mind, whether it's clients, whether it's a company, like why should they hire you? Content share, insights, wins, expertise. Even if you're not currently working, you can still start sharing your expertise. Start connecting with recruiters, hiring managers, industry peers. engage with content. Say you want to work for a company, say company A. Go to their company page, start commenting on the content they share on their company page, reshare their content, see who the recruiters are, the hiring managers at that company, and then you can, engage with the recruiters content as well. So it builds visibility. So when you do finally, apply for a job there, they start noticing you. They say, wow, this is the lady who was commenting on all my posts. And I'm recording all this. So I will be uploading it to YouTube. So you will be able to watch it again and see, get all these tips. The second one is get clients or grow sales. So who you help, what problem you solve, and why you the best person to do so. You can do this in your headline, you can do this on your LinkedIn banner, in your about section, in your featured section. So in your content, you also want to share behind the scenes. As I said, you just don't want to sell your business in every post. And I know Dominique is here. She's another member of the Expat Woman membership and one of my LinkedIn coaching clients. And recently I was telling Dominique, you have such an amazing life, because Dominique has lived in many different countries. And I said, don't just share about your business, but start sharing your expertise and also personal stuff. So people will like, oh, Dominique is also an expat. She's lived in so many countries and she's helping expat spouses and, expat coaches. So maybe I want to work with her, right? And then share testimonies. Again, who should your connections be? Ideal clients, referral partners, collaborators, and your conversations, your comments should really help build those relationships. Say you want to build your thought leadership and visibility. I know Neetu is here. Neetu is an entrepreneur, but I know she's also a member of Chief and she does a lot for Chief. And I've been seeing your post, Neetu. I even saw you got a gift from Chief. You're doing a great job with visibility. And, maybe part of your role is also promoting Chief. But, you align with what you want to be known for. You share content that's consistent perspective and insights. Your connection, people doing similar work or interested in the topics you're speaking on. And then when you comment, you want to keep enhancing your thought leadership, your insights, your perspectives. Maybe say someone makes a post, you don't agree with it, you can share something that your disagreements without being rude, but sharing your insights builds your thought leadership, your authentic personal insights. So with LinkedIn, I don't want you to, I want you to focus overwhelm. You don't need to do everything. After today's workshop, think of one goal, one LinkedIn pillar you want to focus on, one intentional action. So don't say, oh, I'm going to work on my profile and my about section, and my content and my connection. Just focus on one thing. So, what is one LinkedIn pillar you'd like to focus on to support your 2026 goals? I want you to think about this and then we'll have the breakout room. So, share in the comments. Is it the profile? Is it the content? Is it building your network intentionally? Is it creating a company page? Is it, is it uh, leaving conversations? So, Viva says content, Stephanie says profile with clear mission, Charger says company page, Monica says more meaningful conversations, Anna says connections, Kay says content, share starting to post regularly. Yeah, so you can see there's it's they're the four C's and the P. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. That's helpful. So this is an example, okay? So say you want to get more clients in 2026. That's your goal. Your LinkedIn pillar, say you decide I want to work on my profile. So your action will be optimize my profile so it speaks directly to my ideal client. So that's what you want to keep in mind. So I'm just giving you one example because I know there are a lot of people here who have their own businesses. It could be your pillar could be content, it could be creating a company page. So, in our second breakout room, you want to share what is the one LinkedIn pillar you want to leverage to help you accomplish your goal. And you could use this format, okay? Like, what's your goal, what's a pillar, and then what's the action step you want to take, okay? So, I'm going to create, you can take a screenshot of this, or you can take a screenshot of this, okay? And while you guys are looking at these things, I will create the second set of breakout rooms. If I can find let me maybe, give me a second, guys. And you can also fill out the LinkedIn poll while I'm pulling up the breakout rooms. Okay, here it is. So you might land up with the same person again. Wait, let me see. How many people are we right now? Can someone tell me how many people are currently on the
We're 36, so you
36?
want 12.
12. 12.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Let me. All right. So again, only when the room closes completely, come back and you'll have 10 minutes again. And even if you're with the same people again or same person, that's fine because this is a new thing you're going to be discussing. Okay. So recreate.
Another great one. Wow, Naina, these people are incredible.
That's awesome, Chanel. Did you meet, did you have the same people or different people in the room?
No, different people, but I met Jatal last time, the last networking call.
Oh,
So it is so nice to see her again.
oh, that's cool. I love that. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I think everyone's back. Yes, it looks like everyone's back. So now we're going to go to our final section on the LinkedIn vision board. Okay, so we all, hopefully everyone knows about vision boards, but I was thinking about what a LinkedIn vision board would be like. And since our focus is on goals and strategies, etc., it's really about we're using LinkedIn because we want to be known for our expertise. We are using LinkedIn because we're trying to reach, influence, and help. And then we're using LinkedIn because we want to attract opportunities so we can lead the best life we want if we're living abroad, if we're planning to move abroad, etc. Okay? So, what do I want to be known for? What is your area of expertise that you want to showcase on LinkedIn? It's very noisy. I don't know who. Okay. So, does anyone want to share in the chat what is something you want to be known for? And this is a great opportunity for you to showcase your expertise. So, what is an area of expertise that you want to showcase on LinkedIn? Let me know in the chat. So, Diana says public speaking. Megan says helping expats communicate with confidence. Excellent. Okay. So, what do I want to, when someone describes you on LinkedIn, what do you want them to say? What expertise, topic, or outcome do you want to be associated with? So, I actually have two areas of expertise. I run the Expat Woman. I help women living abroad build their visibility, their personal brand, and get the opportunities they want so they can grow their influence, their impact, and their income. So, it's professional expat women, women who want to step out of their comfort zone and break glass ceilings. And I'm also a LinkedIn coach. So those are the two areas. So I try to make sure my profile, my content showcases that and the events I host. Okay, so like there are examples: a go-to expert for helping expats rebuild their careers abroad, a trusted cultural intelligence consultant for global teams, a thought leader in women's leadership and visibility. These are some examples, and a lot of you have shared some great examples here as well. So yeah, some of you have to leave, and that's fine. And I'll be sharing links to that. But yeah, so if you'll, yeah, so if you want to get more, like inspiration, read the chat stuff. Like Anna, yeah, Pilar said I want to be known as a photographer plus content creator, specialized in South Korea content. And I love that, Pilar, because it's so niche, it's so specific. Anna Maria wants to be known as an expert language coach with genuine real world specialist financial experience. Elizabeth wants getting career clarity for women who have moved, lived overseas, and international recruiter placing women in jobs in Qatar and Portugal. So, the more specific you can get, the better. Okay. Dominic says purpose and identity coaching for expat women and trailing spouses and business mentorship for coaches and speakers. Hi, Dominic. And Dominic and has also hired me to be her LinkedIn coach, and we'll be doing a live profile audit of Dominique's. So I'll let everyone know. So we'll be helping Dominique with her LinkedIn profile, and you guys can join us live and watch it. Okay, so these are great. Okay, some of you have to leave, which is fine. So I'm going to continue. So who am I trying to influence or reach? So that's the next part of your vision board. You know what you want to be known for. So who's your ideal audience? And when you know what you want to be known for, who your ideal audience is, and what what you want to get out of LinkedIn. It helps you create the right profile, connect with the right people, create the right content, comment on the right post, create a targeted company page. So if your target audience is hiring managers in global companies, or women founders living abroad, decision makers who need your expertise, fellow professionals rebuilding their network after move, if you the more specific and niche you are about this, you can't help everybody, right? You can only help certain people. You can't say, oh, I'm a coach for anyone who needs coaching. The more specialized and specific you are, the better. Because like, say you need a surgery, you won't just go to a general doctor. You'll go to someone who's qualified for the specific surgery you need. So what opportunities, what do you want LinkedIn to bring you in 2026? What do you opportunities you want? Maybe you want job interviews, maybe you want clients or sales conversations, speaking invitations, collaborations, visibility in your industry, community, and belonging abroad. Okay? So before we go into the next breakout room, as I said, I'm a LinkedIn coach, and if you want help with a specific area with all your LinkedIn, I do LinkedIn VIP days, I do LinkedIn profile audits, and then I do LinkedIn power hours. So if you want to invest in LinkedIn in 2026 and need some extra help and support, this is how you can work with me, and that's the link, the expatwoman.com/consulting. I also help with personal brand and YouTube, so you'll see all that. So I'll also share all these details in the follow-up email. Okay, so hope to see some of you in my working with me. So now we're going to go into the breakout room 3. So again, we'll always have you introduce yourself in case they're new people. Share your LinkedIn vision for 2026. So now we're thinking about LinkedIn as a vision board. What do you want to be known for? One opportunity you want LinkedIn to bring you. One small action you'll commit to this month. Okay, so you could say get clarity on why you are on LinkedIn, what you want to be known for, who your target audience is. Maybe you want to work on completing your profile, engage with other people's content, connect with people, create content. So think about this. What do you want to be known for? And most of you have already shared what you want to be known for in this. And I know some of you have to head back to work. That's fine. So we might have a smaller group. But just think about what you want to be known for, one opportunity you want LinkedIn to bring you, and one small action you commit to this month. Maybe it's connecting with 5 people a week, or maybe it's creating one piece of content and sharing every week. Maybe it's commenting on 10 posts of your target audience a week. So think about how that's going to help you and be known for your expertise, okay? And what opportunity you want. So we are 27 people. Monisha, are you still there? If you can do the math for me.
9.
Okay, thank you, Monisha. All right, so I'm going to create this last breakout room. Do you guys want a little longer for this one? 10 or 15 minutes?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, you guys want 15 minutes, so it'll give you a little more time, and then you can also, so, okay. So you said 9, Monisha?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yes, 9.
9, okay. All right, let me create the rooms. Oh my gosh. Okay, here it is. Breakout rooms. Recreate. All right, create 9. All right, I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. Everyone's back early, or some of you are back early.
We are back early for some.
Anything you want to share about your breakout room, or what you want to achieve this year?
What stood out to me, we were talking about our businesses, and I registered my business in April last year, and Habiba registered her business 2 years ago. And we were talking about learning phase and just maybe patience. So that stood out to me a lot that I expected huge results from the beginning, but then it turned out that it just takes time and patience and consistency. So that
Yeah, very true, very true. Running a business is a marathon, not a sprint, right? So we have to just yeah, assume that. So I'm just waiting for everyone to come back. I will do a LinkedIn post about this workshop and event. So if you want to share a little testimony in the chat about, and if I will post about and tag you, and then you'll also get more visibility. Let me just stop this. Yeah, and if you have any questions, let me know about LinkedIn, about the expat woman, or anything. Yeah, go ahead and let me know if you have questions. And Habib, I like your hairstyle, by the way. It's very cute.
Thank you. I just
Yeah,
cut it short not too long ago.
very nice. Okay, so yeah. So let me know, as I said, if you have any questions about LinkedIn, about yeah, or if you have anything you want to say about this event, about the workshop, something you learned, let me know in the chat. So because I always like testimonies about our events and our workshop. Yeah. So everyone's talking about, which is great. Everyone loved the virtual networking part. Let me know also about the LinkedIn part of it. Did you learn something new? Is there something you're going to implement? Share in the chat. Like there's something that you had an aha moment. This is what I need to do on LinkedIn. Let me know in the chat. Is everyone back? I think the breakout. Yeah, I think everyone's back at this point. So yeah, does anyone have any? Yeah, I have a question. Do you repost posts from your personal profile in your business profile, or how you handle it? Yeah, great question, Diana. Yes, so yes, I do that. I do it both ways. I'll repost from my LinkedIn company page onto my profile, and I won't even add anything. I'll just do repost, and I'll do the same the other way. But I won't post the same post in both. Do you get what I'm saying? So if I create a post on my LinkedIn company page, say I created a post about today's workshop and event, then I will, yeah. And guys, I'm removing any links that people are sharing, because I said we only share links to your LinkedIn profile. Okay, if you have anything else you want to share with people, you can do so in when you connect with each other on LinkedIn. Okay, so and thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth says a great way of getting back into LinkedIn, and it being confirmed that it is a great platform for connecting and opportunities. And thank you for those who are commenting about what you learned about LinkedIn as well. Monica says, I would like to take the step to convert conversations and connections to client opportunities, engage with decision makers, and convert connections convert to client deals. That's great. Yeah, and then Ray says she's going to work on creating content to post on LinkedIn. I need to set up a LinkedIn company page as well and update my banner. And just take small steps. Don't do it all in one go. Say today this week I'm going to work on my LinkedIn banner. Next week I'm going to work on my company page. No worries, Aline. I mentioned at the beginning of the meeting that I didn't want people to share links to any other events or offers, just their LinkedIn profile. Yeah. Thank you, Vandana. And Anna Maria said, always great to connect with some great people and get their perspective and wisdom. The session made me really focus on what I need to do next with the help of the fabulous ladies in my breakout room. Yeah. So yeah, I just share links to your LinkedIn profile, nothing else. And then yeah, get clarity. Yeah. So again, this is the thing. And then of course, if you want to work with me, as I said before, this is what I do: LinkedIn VIP Day, LinkedIn Profile Audit, LinkedIn Power Hour. That's the link. If there's any last minute questions about LinkedIn, let me know in the either in the chat, or you can unmute yourself, and in the meantime keep sharing stuff you want to in the messages, your testimonies, what you learned about LinkedIn. What's one thing you are going to do in the next week with helping you leverage LinkedIn to accomplish your goals? Okay, and thank you, Vandana. I see Vandana's taking a photograph of this. I'll be following up with you, Vandana. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
so Yeah. So, hey, Dominique,
Oh, can I ask a
go
quick
ahead.
question?
Yes, please. Yeah, Dominique, good to see
What do
you here.
what do you find, like what type of content is really driving engagement now on LinkedIn? Is it still like the storytelling? Is it video? Is it, carousels? Like what should we be focusing on as like a primary kind of content?
I
Just to
I
grow
think
our audience.
great question. So I would say polls is the primary content, but polls is a great way. This is what I have found. It's a great way to get the most engagement. And if it's a poll related to your expertise, right? So it's so like I did a poll before this workshop. I think I said, do you use LinkedIn? Um, or will you be using LinkedIn to help you accomplish your 2026 goals? And then people said, yes, maybe, somewhat. So I saw where people in my network were, and then I wrote to the people who said that they don't know how to leverage LinkedIn. Then I sent them a message and invited them to come to this workshop. So you get a sense of how everyone is faring. So, in your case, if it's storytelling, you could do a poll about, are you, how do you struggle with telling your story to share your expertise? I'm just saying something on the fly, yes, no. And then if you have a workshop coming up, usually you don't want to sell them something, but those who say no, I'm struggling with it, then you can send them. So LinkedIn is still pushing polls. Polls are so low touch because only 2% of people are active on LinkedIn. That means they're commenting and stuff. So with polls, you don't have to leave comments. You can just check the yes, the no. So I would say for me, I find polls very effective. I try and do one poll a week. Carousels were very hot at one time. Why carousels used to work and why they might still work is because of the dwell time, because people are reading through each thing. So then it's triggering the LinkedIn algorithm and saying, oh, this person has spent 1 minute, 2 minutes, so show the post to more people. But it's not as hot as it used to be. LinkedIn is pushing short videos. I heard, especially in the US, so if you live in the US, it is pushing. You might not see too much engagement. And I want people to not worry about when you create content and you don't get many people commenting on your post or liking or resharing, that's fine. Remember, there's over 1 billion people on LinkedIn, but only about 1 to 2% are active and leaving comments. So people are still seeing your content. Almost all my LinkedIn coaching clients, people who have sponsored my events, who come to my events, who have hired me for personal branding coaching, who have joined the Expat Woman membership, they have never comment. I know you guys, Dominic and all, we've now built a relationship. I know you guys comment on my post, but I'm saying a lot of my clients have never commented on my post, but they've been reading my content. So I also want to remind you all about that and usually the people who comment may not necessarily become your clients. That's why I find polls so effective, because people don't have to comment. So I say continue to do the carousels. They're not as hot as they used to. Maybe once in a month, maybe do a carousel and repurpose your content. If you do a poll, you can turn your poll into a carousel. You can say, I did this poll, put the question in your first slide. Your second slide can be how people, so if you do a video, turn your video into a carousel. So use one piece of content to make a poll, to make a video, to make a text, to do a carousel, instead of creating different content every week. So, and one more thing I wanted to add, Dominique, each one's audience is different. So even though we say maybe polls work for some people or carousels, you have to, by posting consistently and experimenting, you kind of figure out what content resonates with your audience, what time of the day or week does it work best, and what is really called creating engagement. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Carolyn said most of my clients never comment but book consultations without any direct contact with me. Yeah. So that's why I say LinkedIn, your profile, your content is like a digital billboard, because people are coming. That's why your profile, and Dominic, I know we have a one-on-one coaching session with your profile, so we have to do that very soon. But that your profile is really your digital billboard, because people, even when you comment on someone's post, it shows the first 50 characters of your headline. So if your headline is something that people are interested in, they will go to your profile and check out your profile. So yeah, did that answer your question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. That was
I'd
really
love
good.
to know. Yeah, just try it and then you can let me know like what you think is the content that's working for you. Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else have any questions before we close? I know we have 1 minute left. And if not, I'd love for you to leave a feedback or testimony in the chat on, on what you liked about today's event, what you might do with LinkedIn, etc. Yeah. Thanks, Monica. Okay. All right. And so if no one has any more questions, I am going to end this session. Thank you all so much. I hope you will use LinkedIn a little bit. Start by connecting with all the wonderful people here. If you go to the chat, you can, I believe you can save the chat. If you go to the top, the top 3 dots in the top right-hand corner, you can save your chat. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys able to do this?
Yes.
I did
Okay,
it.
and-
I'll go look at my documents to see
Yeah,
if it actually worked.
Yeah, tell me because that's how you can, because I think we had maybe 38 to 40 people, so there's people you can connect with. And then I love what Jital said. She said, burning fire is very hot inside all the expats here. I love it. Absolutely. Yeah, you guys stayed here for an hour and a half, and it's not easy, right? Like coming to an event, and then I have to listen to Naina's workshop. Then I have to use my brain cells to share my goals, my LinkedIn strategy with strangers in a breakout room. But you guys did that. Did you want to say something, Monica?
I was just saying I keep clicking save chat, but I don't see it downloading. But that just be my shortcoming.
Yeah.
I got some screenshots, but I didn't see the downloads. One sec.
What I'm going to do is I'm also going to post it on LinkedIn, and then people will comment. I'll say if you attended the event, leave a comment, and then you can also connect with people. There's also the LinkedIn event page, which has all the people who signed up, so you can even go there, introduce yourself before reaching out to people. I always say introduce yourself in the comment, and then you can reach out to people. So so if you don't have everyone's LinkedIn here, you can try those strategies as well. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome.
Naina.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.